You go blind thousands of times a day, and your brain hides every single blackout from you. Not as a metaphor. Every time your eyes jump, your vision is briefly suppressed, the missing moment is covered up, and you walk away feeling like you saw everything. And the strangest clue is this. Sometimes, when you look at a clock, the first tick seems to freeze because your brain may have quietly edited your sense of time. Here is the problem your brain is solving every second. You feel like your eyes glide smoothly across the world. They do not. They jump, fast, tiny, violent little jumps called saccadics. Look from this word to that corner of the room. Your eyes did not slide there like a camera on rails. They snapped there, like a cursor teleporting across a screen. And that creates a disaster. If a camera moved the way your eyes move, the video would look like chaos. Walls would smear, faces would streak, the whole world would blur every time you looked around. But you do not see that. You see a stable room, a stable face, a stable screen, which means something is being hidden from you. During a saccade, your visual system turns down sensitivity, especially to motion and blur. It is not exactly like someone flips your eyes off with a light switch. It is more like your brain lowers the volume on vision at the exact moment the signal would become messy. The jump happens so fast, often in just tens of milliseconds, that the blur gets suppressed before you can complain. But now there is a worse question. If your brain is reducing vision during every eye jump, why do you not see black flashes all day? Because the brain does not leave the gap empty. It covers it with continuity. It uses what was there before the jump, what appears after the jump, and what it expects the world to be, then stitches the moment together. You do not experience the edit, you experience the finished movie. Try this. Look into a mirror. Stare at your left eye. Now switch to your right eye. Back and forth. You will never see your own eyes move. Not once. But if someone else watches you, they can see your eyes flicking. If you record yourself with a phone, the movement is right there. Your eyes moved. The camera caught it. You did not. That missing movement is saccadic masking. Your brain protected you from the smear, and in doing that, it also protected you from knowing anything was missing. Now the numbers get uncomfortable. Humans make several saccades every second while awake, not counting tiny corrections that can add up to well over 100,000 eye jumps in a normal day. Each one is short, but stacked together, those hidden slices of vision can add up to a surprising amount of edited experience. You are not watching reality as a perfect live stream. You are watching a constantly repaired version of it, and this repair job is necessary because the sharp part of your vision is much smaller than it feels. The center of your retina, the fovea, sees fine detail, but it covers only a small patch. Your brain builds the rich scene by aiming that high-resolution spot around the world, sampling faces, words, edges, motion, danger. It feels like you see everything clearly at once, but that feeling is part of the illusion. Your brain is collecting pieces and making them feel like one complete picture. This is why reading works. Your eyes do not smoothly scan across a sentence, they hop from cluster to cluster. Between jumps, the words are not useful. During the stops, the brain grabs information. Then it connects the grabs into the feeling of a smooth line of thought. Even this sentence is being built from jumps, and the weirdness does not stop at eye movement. Your nose is sitting in your vision right now. Your brain usually ignores it because it is constant and not useful. You also have a blind spot in each eye where the optic nerve exits the retina. There are no light detecting cells there. But you do not walk around with holes in reality because your brain fills in the missing area using the surrounding scene. Different mechanisms, same unsettling lesson. What you experience is not raw data. It is selected, stabilized, and cleaned up. But the most disturbing proof is the stopped clock illusion. You look away, then suddenly glance at an analog clock. For a moment, the second hand seems stuck. The first tick looks longer than the ones after it. It feels like time paused. It did not. Your brain created a timing weirdness. One leading explanation is that when your eyes jump to the clock, Your brain stretches the first stable image backward to cover the missing moment during the saccade. In other words, the clock appears to have been there a little longer than it really was in your awareness. The blackout is hidden, and the timeline is patched. That is the part that feels almost impossible. Your brain is not just editing pictures. It can edit when the pictures feel like they happened. Not to deceive you for fun, but to keep the world usable. A shaky, smeared, interrupted visual stream would be exhausting. So the brain gives you something better than raw truth, stability. Most of the time, that is a miracle. It lets you cross streets, catch balls, read faces, and move through a world that would otherwise look like a broken video. But it also means your confidence is a little suspicious. You feel like you see continuously. You feel like the present arrives clean and complete. Yet underneath that feeling, your brain is suppressing motion, filling gaps, ignoring useless information, and smoothing time. The world you see is real, but your experience of it is constructed, a controlled hallucination anchored to reality, and you can catch the editor at work. Do the mirror test. Look from one eye to the other and notice the missing movement. Try the clock test. Glance away, then snap your eyes to a ticking second hand and see if the first tick feels too long. Or just look around the room and remember, every jump of your eyes should make the world smear. It does not, because your brain deletes the mess before you ever meet it. So the next time you think you are simply looking at the world, remember what is actually happening. Your eyes are jumping, your vision is being patched, your timeline is being smoothed, and the only reason reality feels seamless is because your brain is hiding the seams.